Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Many news tonight, many big stories, a credible hijack for Arsenal, but more for Chelsea, Tottenham. Let's see what happens with Rodrigo, Man United and more. Let's jump into it. Guys, here we are on the channel and I told you big week, big movements, and here you have it, because Eberechi Eze, who had to go to Tottenham, was not a done deal, but on the right way, is going to Arsenal. And it's here we go, the crazy story of the day, of the week, and probably of the month, because it was really unexpected. Not unexpected in July, when Arsenal had positive contacts with Eberechi Eze, with his agents, very good conversations, very good talks to make the deal happen for Eze to Arsenal. Then what happened is that Arsenal decided to focus their efforts on Viktor, Gyökeres, extended the contract of Ethan Nwaneri rather than going for Eze, and so that deal was completely cold. Then what happened is that in the last 24 hours, while Tottenham were working, advancing, negotiating, very confident to sign Eberechi Eze, Kai Havertz suffered an injury. I told you in a video also earlier today. Knee injury for Kai Havertz. He already suffered one a few months ago, and so Arsenal were considering internally to do something in the market. Well, they did, because in the last hours, in the last, let's say, 3-4 hours, Arsenal decided to match Tottenham bid for Eberechi Eze, so £60 million plus some add-ons included in the package. So Arsenal matched the bid made by Tottenham and also made a better contract proposal to the player. The proposal to Tottenham was the same in terms of transfer fee, but different in payment terms and also in terms of details. Part of these add-ons easier to reach, because Tottenham were at £55 million plus 5 in add-ons. Arsenal offered slightly more, and the add-ons are easier to reach and with different payment terms. The player said yes to Arsenal. It was his dream to go to Arsenal. Was not possible in this transfer window till today, and then the injury of Kai Havertz opened the doors for Eberechi Eze to join Arsenal. So it's here we go, and now obviously a fantastic signing, one more for Arsenal, for Mikel Arteta. Let's see what happens on the other side of the story, Tottenham, because Tottenham had a verbal agreement with the player, personal terms were in place for more than 1 week, negotiating with Crystal Palace. But you know guys, in the transfer market, when you negotiate, it's close, it's advanced, then things can happen. And in this case, after 10 days of negotiations, advanced negotiations, Arsenal appeared and Tottenham lost the player. What happens with Tottenham now? They started making some calls today already to try and understand the situation for new players to add to their squad. For example, I can tell you that one of the dream targets they have at Tottenham internally is Morgan Rogers at Aston Villa, but it's seen as a very difficult deal because Villa don't want to lose the player, so people in the industry believe that this deal is almost impossible for Morgan Rogers. But I can guarantee to you that Tottenham are thinking internally about him as a perfect candidate. For Tottenham, another name I think we have to watch is Tyler Dibling. Tyler Dibling is a top target for Everton. Everton remain in negotiations for Tyler Dibling, but tonight in internal talks they had at Tottenham, also the name of Tyler Dibling was mentioned internally at the club. And then a player they would love to add, and they made some contact a few days ago already, was Xavi Simons. But Xavi Simons has his heart set on a move to Chelsea Football Club. So now for Tottenham it's going to be not easy, for sure, after the crazy Morgan Gibbs-White story and after this as a story, to try and understand what they can do next. Rogers very difficult, Xavi Simons wants to go to Chelsea, Tyler Dibling, Everton are already in negotiations, and obviously it's different kind of player. So let's see what Tottenham want to do. I still expect them to try to sign 2 players probably in these final 10 days. For Savinho, don't forget that Tottenham are still trying. It's very difficult, it's complicated. There is important people in Manchester City board blocking the deal and pushing to keep Savinho, but Tottenham still wanted to try even before this Eberechi Eze shock, and now they are intention to try again. So Tottenham are not giving up on Savinho. Let's see, because remember, if Savinho goes to Tottenham, Man City will try really strong for Rodrigo from Real Madrid. So that domino is still on. That domino is not over. At the moment, Man City are blocking the deal, but in case Tottenham, especially after missing on the top target, Eberechi Eze, decide to go on Savinho, who is obviously a different kind of player, but another top target. It was not Eze or Savinho. Tottenham wanted both. But now imagine, with Eze going to Arsenal, for Tottenham can can be the opportunity to improve their bid for Savinho and try to get the Brazilian. But let's see if they can reach an agreement with Man City, because as I told you, there is someone in the board pushing to keep the player and saying no to Tottenham. So let's follow that situation for Savinho, and don't forget Rodrigo. Then guys, one more story. Julio Enciso, the Paraguayan player from Brighton who wanted to leave, had an offer from Italy, an offer from Palmeiras in Brazil. Well, he's going to be new part of the Blue Co project, Chelsea and Strasbourg. The agreement is done between all parties, reached tonight for 12 million euros plus add-ons. Sorry, 12 million pounds plus add-ons, so the agreement is done. That's the value. There is also a sell-on clause for Julio Enciso. The player will spend this season at Strasbourg and then be a Chelsea player until June 2031, plus option until June 2032. Medical test will take place in London already on Thursday, so in the next 24 hours. And so Julio Enciso, new part of Chelsea future project, while he's going to Strasbourg. Now Chelsea saw an opportunity there with that player, and so they decided to go to close the deal very fast. Also, when we talk about Chelsea and opportunities, they did an important job with Renato Veiga. Renato Veiga was a player they signed for less than half of what they are receiving now. They signed Renato Veiga 1 year ago from Basel, and now Chelsea sell the player. It was an exclusive story to Villarreal. The deal is done. 25 million euros plus 4.5 in add-ons, so potential package close to 30 million euros. Heavy sell-on clause. Is not exactly 40% for the sell-on clause of Renato Veiga, from what I'm hearing. It could be 20, 25, 30, 40, based on some conditions to evolve over these years of contract of Renato Veiga. So could be 20, could be 30, could be 40, depending on several factors. But for sure, an important sell-on clause for Renato Veiga, an important job by Chelsea to sell the player for very good conditions, also with an important future sale. And so Veiga wanted to try something different. He's arriving tonight in Spain, tomorrow medical test as new Villarreal player, and so Renato Veiga to Villarreal is a here we go. The here we go we also wait this summer, in these final days, for Rasmus Højlund today after Milan. But Milan spoke to the agent of Hojlund again this morning, but then they reached an agreement with Bayer Leverkusen for Viktor Boniface, club to club, waiting on player side. Well, while Milan work on Boniface, Napoli called Manchester United again for Rasmus Højlund. They already did a few days ago after Romelu Lukaku injury, as I told you. Napoli asked again for Rasmus Højlund. They also spoke to the agents of the player, but I can tell you, the Rasmus Højlund is telling Leipzig, Napoli, Milan, all the clubs interested, that his favorite opportunity would be to go on loan with obligation to buy. He didn't want to leave Man United, we know that, I told you. But if he has to leave, he doesn't want them to return in 1 year and to be in the same situation of players like Sancho or others. He wants to go and cut this thing if it's the only way. He really wanted to stay at United, Rasmus Højlund. He really wanted to stay. But if it's not possible, he prefers a loan with obligation and not a loan with option. This was the message to Napoli. This was the message to Milan and all the other clubs, because Højlund wants to feel confidence. Doesn't want to feel like a player who will go back then to Man United and then goodbye. So, let's see what's going to happen there. But Rasmus Højlund, another big name for these final days. And so guys, let me know your thoughts on all these stories, the big Eze deal, and then Enciso, Veiga, Rodgers, Savio, but also the situation of Rodrigo and all the others, Rasmus Højlund included. Let me know your opinion, guys. Here in comments, like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon.